about this the other day. What equalizer can I get for my HiFi setup?
You can answer it.
I mean, I think they're like those big old equalizers are just a thing of the past, kind of.
Are you,
like
you talking about like with the sliders and all that
stuff?
Yeah. You can get the Rane Pro ones, 31 band graphic equalizer. You have one for left channel, one for right channel. You buy a little, piece of wood and just kind of screw them all together in one big piece. There you go.
Behringer has some like
the DEQ.
That must be a 2-channel setup, right? Because I don't know how you get an equalizer into a system because they don't have like the tape monitor outs anymore.
I think you would have to like literally use your pre-outs to go to the equalizer and then go to your amplifier. Like that's the only way I could think of. But yeah, like I guess something like this.
Would something not? I'm just thinking like, why not just a mini DSP? Is that? I mean,
I don't know. I think they want to fiddle with the sound, right?
Yeah, but you could do that with the mini DSP. That's why I'm saying, are we talking analog or digital? I guess that's the question.
I guess it's got to be analog, right? If it's an equalizer.
Yeah, but the mini DSP has equalizer, like EQ bands. I mean, you don't have to use the crossovers and stuff like that.
Maybe he wants to use his hand. You know how you have the
it's that the tactile feel, right?
So somebody wants. Okay, yeah, there you go.
You just,
I mean,
for real,
look at that curve right there. That's got to sound good. The way they have it set up like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
3 big spikes. But I don't know. Is that I know we can do graphic EQ in an AV receiver. There's also tone control, bass and treble, but I don't think I've seen a equalizer in like decades.
Yeah. I actually have a Behringer one I was messing around with one time, and it's just sitting over there.
So something like this, right? The Rane. I mean, you can buy those. That's current price. Add to cart, 15 band EQ.
What are the inputs? Are they RCA, XLR?
And this thing, looks like XLR or TRS.
Quarter-inch.
Yeah. So you can use whichever one you wanted to, I suppose. Something like that would work. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of.
And then
look at the DBX IEQ 31. I'll pull it up. I've already got it. I don't know why I'm telling you to look at it.
I think their best bet though is if you just want to mess around with it for the sake of messing around with a graphic EQ, then that's cool. But I mean, I get the feeling that this person may not have a UMic 1. If they do, then I would say get a UMic 1, start taking measurements, and then the next logical step is to get a mini DSP 2x4 HD and do the corrections using parametric EQ, not graphic EQ. So
now I know there's a lot of like hi-fi guys out there got a lot of money to spend and all this nonsense. You got it. You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. You can get a 4-band equalizer, and it's all tube for the right price. There you go.
There you go. Wow, that looks like
there you go. 2 channels, left and right.
That's
it. There you go. Put this in between your preamp and your amplifier, and you're on your way.
What else?
Oh, RGA is talking about using Alesis. RGA, tell them about that Dolby Lake.
Dolby Lake?
The Dolby Lake EQs. Those things are fancy.
Yeah, best equalizer is
$3,000 or $4,000. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's one of the more popular ones because it's so accessible and so easy to use. Like the Rane stuff from back in the day, which I don't even know if they're still making. Oh yeah, the one we just looked at, 15 band.
Yeah, Rane. Yeah,
Rane stuff is incredible, and that's like pro audio type level. Like that's something
they make a lot of DJ gear too.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I wonder if pro audio guys still even use graphic EQ nowadays.
I mean, I think they just use a Drive Rack PX or something which is all like, a microphone. You place a microphone in the room and then it figures it all out. It runs its room correction. I don't think so. I mean, in a live situation, each line is coming in and like, I never showed you guys that I never made that video. When I was playing at this one place for a party, they had a 2-person band on before me. And so he had like this nice like digital mixing board, and like, dude, you could do a lot of stuff with this thing, because it's all digital, right? You know, cross it over, do all this, that, and it had like a little like dancing, you know, yeah, it was really cool. And I was just like, damn, man, how much does one of these things cost? He's like, oh, like $10,000. Like, oh, yeah. But all the trim controls per channel are there. So that's your EQ. I don't know about a graphic EQ, but he did have this thing where he can like push up the bass, take it down over the overall sound, outputting the system in the system. So I mean, it's running EQ, but I don't think it's like it's not those little things that you move with your hand anymore. It's digital.
You guys remember seeing like a song would play through it and you'd see the lights? Different way.
Oh, dude, that was the
satisfying,
best.
Right?
It's very cool. Very cool.
You know what? I wanted to mention this. I linked to an AVS forum post. I think he goes by Easily. Easily, is that it? Hold on a second.
Easily.
Yeah, let me share this here. Anyway, he was messing around with multi-QX, and he was noticing that it's a little different. You know how a lot of people complain that Odyssey doesn't do a great job of calibrating distance or measuring distance. You know, a lot of times they'll do an impulse response and they find like, hey, this is not accurate, right? In REW. Anyway, long story short is multi-QX seems to do a better job of that. So they must have changed something in there. Let me see if I can pull this up here. So just another reason, if you're kind of interested in getting that, I think it does do a better job of figuring out the distance measurements. And Jeff Clark actually told me that too, but he didn't say it in too much detail. He's just like, yeah, it does a better job. I'm like, okay. So hold on a second. Here's the response. So this is an email from this Steve Easley, and he was just basically asking like, hey, you know, about the measurements is different. And the response from Odyssey was changing the distances will not affect the multi-Q calibration quality and may improve. Okay, here you go. He says, our team has also observed a delay anomaly and found that increasing distances by 14.3% nets better time alignment. Also note that Denon is natively metric, so using the metric version of the settings is more precise. Blah blah. And then you got to take a look at the link, because he mentions how like he thinks that it's not increasing the distance by 14.3, but it's actually decreasing it by 14.3. Gave him the accurate measurement. Anyway, whole point being that they built this anomaly that they found. They seem to have fixed it with multi-QX. So interesting. I found that it's accurate. You know, maybe that's why I keep saying, man, I don't know. I'm doing measurements with it and it's getting it right. And other people are like, no, it's not right. And I think it's because I'm using multi-QX. Everything lines up pretty well. So anyway, thought that might be interesting to folks with a Denon or Marantz.